Good evening, and welcome to Jakarta Daily News, bringing you the latest updates from the Indonesian capital, where tensions flared as students clashed with police in protests labeled Indonesia in the dark. On Thursday, February 20, 2025, student demonstrations erupted in Jakarta, fueled by frustration over economic policies, budget cuts in education, and concerns over governance. Protesters argue that recent policy changes, including the reallocation of education funds to finance President Prabowo Subianto's free school meal program, are detrimental to the country's future. Demonstrators carried banners and chanted slogans, calling for transparency and better governance. Many voiced concerns about the rising cost of living, the lack of job opportunities for graduates, and what they perceive as the government's failure to prioritize public welfare. The atmosphere grew tense as riot police attempted to disperse the crowds with tear gas and water cannons. As the demonstrations intensified, government officials responded. Coordinating Minister for Law, Human Rights, and Immigration, Yusril Iza Mahendra, dismissed pessimistic views about the country's trajectory and urged young Indonesians to stay and contribute to national development. He stated that some have suggested, let's just flee abroad, but the government believes Indonesia is on the path to becoming an extraordinary nation in the next 10 to 20 years. The protests also coincided with the controversial arrest of Hasto Kristianto, Secretary-General of the opposition PDIP, the country's largest party in the 2024 elections. Many protesters view this as politically motivated and demand transparency in governance. Opposition leaders have condemned the arrest, warning that it could further deepen political divisions. In an attempt to ease tensions, State Secretary Presidio Hadi met with demonstrators near the State Palace, inviting student representatives for dialogue. He acknowledged their concerns and assured them that the government would consider their demands carefully. The crowd, after voicing their concerns, eventually dispersed peacefully by 6:30 p.m. local time. Despite the peaceful resolution, the protest has sparked broader discussions about Indonesia's future direction. Economic experts warn that without strategic reforms and investments in education, the country may struggle to meet its ambitious growth targets. As Indonesia navigates economic challenges and shifting political landscapes, the voices of its youth remain strong. Will the government address these concerns effectively? We will keep you updated as the story unfolds. That's all for tonight. Stay tuned for more updates, and follow us on social media for breaking news. Good night.